So, welcome back to our conversation about the human animal and the human predicament. And today, I'd like to talk about us. I'd like to talk about our identity as humans, as human animals. And as you know, we're facing a crisis of many dimensions now. We're facing a crisis of physics, of biology, of society and culture, a crisis of relationship and discourse. But we're also facing a crisis of identity. It's really not clear to most of us who we really are in this modern world. And with that, I would like to ask some simple questions about what is normal. What is normal for the human animal? And we have an answer to that, which comes with what some people call the old way. This is the native and indigenous view of the world. So I would like to review that for us. This is the historically normal view. And it goes like this. Native and indigenous people believed in the interdependence of all things. Everything's connected. There was a belief in continuity and permeability. In other words, our bodies are bigger than they appear, and our bodies are constantly interacting with the world around us. A belief in animism, this idea that the whole world is alive. It's a living organism. A belief in reciprocity and dialogue. There's always a giving and a taking. An oral tradition where knowledge is passed from person to person, from generation to generation through conversation. Ubuntu. This is the African social philosophy identifying with tribe and people. I am who I am because of who we are. Identification with habitat. I am the land is me. I am the forest is me. I am the river is me. Participating consciousness. We are constantly working with and participating with the world around us. Some people will call this a holistic view. And here in the modern world, we think about holistic orientations as including mind, body, and spirit. But in the native view, it was bigger than that. It was a six-part model: mind, body, spirit, land, tribe, and ancestry. And this is historically normal. These beliefs, these attitudes, these relational qualities held sway for 99% of our time on Earth. This is who we are. The old way is our way. And now we have the modern world. So we have the old way, which is historically normal, and now we have the new way that's marked by distance, by non-participating consciousness. We are separate from the world. We stand apart from the world. We also have a story that tells us about the new way and the old way. And that story is called the myth of progress. And this story is woven into the modern culture. This story tells us that things just keep getting better and better over time. And superficially, this seems to be the case, right? Our cars and our computers, all our devices, all of that seems to get improvements over time. They get better and better. But the myth of progress also tells us that whatever came before us is inferior. Whatever came before us was simply a stepping stone to our modern day perfection. And the implication here is that we can safely ignore what came before us. We can safely ignore our history because it's inferior to what we have today. And the problem with this narrative is that it devalues the old way. It devalues our history. It devalues the insights, the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding of our ancestors. And that's a very dangerous myth. This is something that we have to confront. Because when we devalue our history, it leaves us marooned in the modern world. Here we are with this new way of non-participating consciousness, scientific distance from everything. And it's no wonder that we feel the way we do. It's no wonder that we feel isolated and separated and alienated from the world. So we have to reevaluate the myth of progress. And we have to take a good hard look at our history and a good hard look at what it means to be normal, what it means to be a human being. The old way tells us these things, and we have to keep the old way alive. It's essential for us. So it's not an either or. People will love to argue which way is better. Don't do that. We can be bilingual. We are big enough to be bicultural here. Yes, you can enjoy some of the benefits of the new way and some of the brilliant discoveries of modern science, but keep the old way alive. That is essential to our sanity and our success as a species. See you next time.